This might be the signs that you are a man child. So we'll be talking about that in today's episode. And actually, guess what? I got a video for that too. So let me share my screen for the last time today, and let's talk about a man child. Again,
so I love y'all. I hope that y'all can take something from this, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
Now, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did zoom into the end because although we didn't watch all of it, there was some parts where he was, as we saw, a little, not necessarily harsh, but he was definitely on you about it. And the end up with saying, I love y'all, I love us for real. So I want to end it around then just to prove that point, just to say, like, this is all from a place of love. This is not a place to condemn you, but it is more so from an area like, hey, step it up. Okay? Step it up. Step it up. All right, y'all. First question asks, why does every man refer to themselves as him? Now, we see it all the time. LeBron said, a lot of people say, you'll be at a spot, people will say, I'm him. That's their captions. Instagram, that's the favorite thing to go with. I'm him. I'm the one, it's just a new way of saying I'm that guy. I just think it's a little sassy, a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you, and that's just me being honest. Like, obviously, I'm jumping into character for this video, but I do think it's a little sassy. That's who I think about. That's what I think about. I do. And you know what? If you don't remember who him is, you might want to look it up. When was that moment you knew that you was him? These questions. So one of the times I knew was when I planned my first trip my first group trip. And now I've been known for planning group trips. What inspired me to plan this group trip was I went on a trip right before the pandemic, and it wasn't good. It was very mid. It was annoying. It was a lot of underlying tension. It was a lot of unnecessary arguments. It was a lot of moments where I felt uncomfortable. And from my understanding, all 5 of us felt the same way. It was, if you had to, you would hate to like click it up, but if it was like these 2 and it was like us 3. And ever since then, as the whole, we never all traveled again. Next. Question 4. They messy. Is that we thought you hated the phrase him. Again, I do, and I'm using that phrase just for content purposes only. I'll never say that in real life unless I'm joking. But I'm all for being confident in who you are. I'm all for being that guy. I'm all for being that ninja. And for me, even though I might not necessarily like the phrase because it reminds me of him off the Powerpuff Girls, I can say that the message I approve. We approve this message, just maybe not the phrase. And then my final question, which we actually alluded to in a few questions back, was my favorite question to ask the people is that working? Now, it can be a little shady at times, and especially when asked, because it's like, I'm asking you in all seriousness, is that working? I know it's